Flip the Pages. My name is Ayodele Muiwatayo. Flip the Pages is my YouTube channel dedicated to book reviews. In the last 3 weeks, I've been talking about an amazing book that I read about business, how to start your business, how to expand it, and how to boost productivity. Episode under the entrepreneurship series. And the book that I've taken time to read from where I took all the treasures that I'll be talking about is no other book, Your Boss, written by Jonathan J. This book is amazing. You will do well to get a copy and read. In today's episode, I want to talk about how to build your client base. Like I said in the last video, there is no business without clients. There is no business without customers. Your business, there is no way, no matter how good your product or services, no matter how good they are, if you don't have clients patronizing you, if you don't have customers, you cannot even be in that business in the first place. So business is all about the people that are patronizing you, the people that are buying into what you are selling, be it a product or services. Now today, let's talk about how you can build a strong client base. The first thing that I got from this book is the fact that you can start from zero. You can do it for free. People love freebies. When you are starting out in business, in order to get people to know what to do, in order to get people to know what your product is or what your services are, you can decide to do it for a few friends. You can decide to do it for some of your family members or close people in the neighborhood. You do it for free or you subsidize the rates. By doing that, you get people to understand what you have to offer, they buy into what you have to offer, and as the business grows from that level, you start charging. So the starting point for you in building your client base is for you to do it for free, do it for friends, do it for family members, and do it for people that are in your inner circle. That's the first way to build your client base. Now we take it up from that point, we move on to the next point. And how do you move on? The next point from that is you get new prospects. I call them prospects because they've not yet bought into the company, they've not yet bought into what you have to give them. They are prospects, they are people that you get through the first set of people that you worked for. Now when you get your prospect, how do you go about it? How do you sell the business to them? How do you get to know what they want? How do you get them to buy into what you are selling? At the initial stage, that trust is not there. So when you get your prospect, I will say so. Let me say something about how to treat a new client or a new customer. The first thing you have to do is you have to let them understand what you are selling. Let them understand your product. Let them understand your services clearly. And in the same way that they are understanding what you are trying to sell, also try to understand what they want to buy from you or what they want you to render onto them in terms of services. Now, the business will take a new dimension once you have gained a lot of potential clients into existing clients. That is where the beauty of growth comes in. From close friends doing it for free to getting potential clients, you now move on to the next level. You build a base of existing clients. You now, from the point of getting your prospects to believing in the company and becoming regular people that you work for, regular clients, regular customers, you now move on to the point of being established in your business. That is the point when the people that you've taken time to, the people that you have worked for in the past, now introduce you to other people through referrals. And that's a very strong link for your business. When you do a job that is good enough to get someone to introduce it to another person, that means you've broken a new ground in that business. Word of mouth, referrals is a very strong way. I'm going to dwell on this point because it is one of the ways that your business can grow. Talking about business growth, let me use myself as an example. As a bookpreneur, when I started writing for people within my inner circle, and I was doing it for free. At a point I started doing it for half the price. Then from that point they started telling people about me. If you want to read, if you want to edit or proofread, I have a friend who can do that. So from that point I started getting people who understand what I do and who are willing to buy into that market. From the point of getting stable from the point of getting stable clients, I moved on to the point of getting clients through referrals. Now, referrals are very wonderful. They are they are a reliable source. It means that someone can recommend your work to another person and can endorse your work to that person to make the person believe so much in your potential to carry out to repeat the same business for him or her. Don't ever joke with referrals. It is a very strong way of building your business. I can say today that 98% of my clients came through referrals. 98% of them came through someone who told someone about someone who also told them. In my last video, we talked about business growth and customer satisfaction. If you have taken time to satisfy your customer, over time you will discover that your business will begin to grow organically. You get to a point where you don't have to you don't have to go, after clients and customers and convince them of what you can do. At that point, your work starts speaking for you. So key one a very key point of building your business, one thing that I know works very well and which has been established by this book, is referrals. Let me read something quickly from the book to that end. Talking about referrals, I'm on page 107 and I read: the best thing about referrals is that they cost nothing at all. Still on the same page, let me read something also. Testimonials from satisfied clients are among the most powerful tools in your marketing portfolio. Testimonials from satisfied clients are among the most powerful tools in your marketing portfolio. And this place is talking about word of mouth recommendations. On that page, the author talks a lot extensively about word of mouth recommendation, about testimonials, about getting the satisfied client to refer you to another person. Now, let me digress a little bit and talk about this aspect of business. Whenever you do business, I want you to understand that you are building a brand. To that end, you need to build something that you'll be proud of. To that end, you need to build something that can be shown to other people. Whatever you do with your hands, whatever you represent, make sure you deliver the best. Make sure you give the best. If you are used to cutting corners, there is no way your business can stand. And even it goes beyond the business, at this point. If you are used to doing things halfway, it has a way of affecting your life negatively. I want you to get to a point in your life where you pour the very best of yourself into whatever you do. Get to a point in your life when whatever you do is marked with the seal of quality. Stop trying to cut corners. Stop trying to get there quickly. If you are going to do it, if it is going to have your signature on it, do a thorough job. There is no man, there is no woman who has ever failed by doing things the right way. If you have to do something, make sure it is the best and not a short of the best. In the first episode in the series, I said something about passion, having passion for whatever business you decide to settle. Make sure that whatever you do has the hallmark of professionalism. Make sure it is sound. Whatever you do, make sure it is of the highest quality. Do not cut corners if you intend to go into business, and it goes beyond business. Do not cut corners if you intend to go far in life. People who take the short route to get there, they end up not getting there. If you are going to do it, put in your best. If you are going to sell that thing, make sure it is the highest quality. If you are going to, whatever it is that you are going into, pour yourself into it. Make sure that you are delivering quality in whatever you do. Over time, your brand, your name, your work will speak for itself. Whatever you need to do, make sure that you put your best into it. I want to say thank you so much for listening up to this point in the video. If you have taken time to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I do not in any way take a kind gesture for granted. Thank you so very much. If you have not taken time to subscribe, kindly click on the subscribe button down here, and do not forget to click on the like button, and feel free to share the video with your loved ones. I also want to introduce you to my second YouTube channel dedicated to faith and lifestyle. The name of my second YouTube channel is A Well Watered Garden. I'm very sure that you are going to get something wonderful from that channel also. Please feel free to check it out, and please do not forget to kindly subscribe to that one too. Now, going on, I want to talk about what I do. I'm a bookpreneur. I love reading books. I enjoy writing books. I enjoy talking about books, going for book launches. That is what I do. I help people to proofread. I help them to edit their books, and I take a joy in writing for people. People who have ideas but they do not have the time or the expertise to sit down and write their books. I take the sketches of their ideas, and voila, we brought a wonderful book from such ideas. If you have ideas, you have sketches of ideas, and you do not have the time, you do not have the expertise to sit down and write, feel free to get in touch with me. My email addresses are on the screen. I'll be glad to work with you. Let's work together and create magic as far as book writing is concerned. Now, moving back to the video, I want to talk about the very last thing that you need to do in order to build your client base. Another way you can create your clientele for your business is for you to create global visibility for your business. If you are running a business in this generation and you are not on the internet, you are like someone who is winking in the dark. You are busy doing something, but nobody will see you. You need to put yourself out there. You need to develop yourself to the point that you are fit, to compete on a global on the global platform. Whatever you do in this generation, you need to put yourself out there. If you are not on the internet, if you are not on Instagram, you are not on YouTube, you are not pushing your products and your services out there, I'm afraid your growth, the growth of your company, the growth of your industry, the growth of your business will be restricted to your immediate geographical location. And you don't need that in this generation. There are a lot of ways, there are a lot of avenues to get people to know you, to get people to see what you do on a large scale, on a global scale. And to that end, you need to spread your tentacles. You need to create visibility for your business. That's the last thing that I'm going to talk about on how to generate your client base. You need to create global visibility. You need to get to a point of knowing that you are good enough. Whatever you do is good enough for a global audience, and you need to push yourself out there so that people can see you. You need to become better so that people can know what you do. Stop hiding. Push yourself out there. Become better. Put yourself out there. In my last video, the third episode in this series, I talked about upgrading yourself, becoming better, improving yourself. If you are not constantly upgrading yourself, in no time you will fall short. If you are not constantly improving yourself, in no time you will become irrelevant. In this generation, there is no excuse for being laid back. There is no excuse for not being good enough. There are a lot of things that you can open yourself to that will refine your thoughts, refine the way you think, refine your business, refine the industry you are in, that will enhance your growth. Not only your business growth, but your personal growth. In this generation, there is no excuse for being laid back. You just have to put in the work. You just have to make up your mind that you want to operate on a global scale. So the next thing that you need to do, like I said, which is the very last point, the fifth point, is for you to create global visibility for your work. What do you do? How many people can how many people can relate with what you do beyond your state? How many people can relate with what you do beyond your country? How many people can relate with what you do beyond your immediate geographical location? You need to expand your base. You need to expand your thinking. You need to see beyond where you are located. You need to push yourself out. You need to work on yourself, become better so that you can play in the big league. Do not settle for less. Do not restrict your life to playing in the small league. There is better, there is more, there is something more dignifying out there for you. Those people who are playing in the big league today, they didn't start from that point. They started small. So you need to do whatever you need to do so that you can become better. And with that, I've come to the end of today's video. I want to hear from you in the comment section. Is there something that I said in the course of the video that resonated with you and you would like to comment on it? And apart from that, have you taken time to read the book? Have you read it before? What did you gain by reading the book? Which part of the world are you listening from? What did you gain from this video? I would like to connect with you. I want you to put your comment right there in the comment section, and let us keep the conversation going. Let's learn from one another. And until I come your way very, very soon, this is Harodele what I will say. Thanks so much for being in my space. Thanks so much for being in my corner. I do not in any way take it for granted. See you very, very soon, and bye.